All right, so I'm extremely happy that I woke up this morning and did a video earlier for everyone who watches before price dipped because I was talking about this channel. I was talking about this inverted cup and handle, and we pretty much hit the targets. Was I expecting it to hit the targets all in one day? No, I wasn't. Whenever I posted that video, I did it early in the morning and I set it to post for 6. So here, uh, so we had already opened at around 40, and then all within 2 hours, you basically had like 10 minutes to buy the dip. All within 2 hours, it price collapsed down. I actually did that video extremely early. Price was around 40. So if you would have got it right when I posted it, it was still right around 40, but within that hour, it had went as low as 36. So the price target for the channel here was this right here. Was this drop? Because so I was worried about this on the weekly. I'm still kind of I was neutral. Uh, I said I would be bearish if we close on the weekly. We closed below it on the weekly. We most likely are going to close below it on the weekly, given how quickly price fell. We are finding support here at this Fibonacci retracement here at 38,290. I mean, price did build it below it. It went to the 50. It hit the target so the target for the channel was basically 30,003. Price went as low as I think exactly 30,000. Yeah, so price went all the way down to 30,000. So that's done and taken care of. So I can go ahead and get rid of this. That's the target for the channel has been complete. So the next one was the target for the head and shoulders. I mean, for the inverted cup and handle. So the initial target was essentially the height of is the handle part is essentially the height of the channel, and then the next target was I drew that maybe a little bit higher. Oh, this was kind of within it. So let's see. So the next target was I'm not going to say the whole channel because this is kind of is a little bit higher. I'm going to call this kind of the neckline, somewhere right around here. Hope this isn't straight. Right there. And so that target was right around where this retest on the 4 hour is, which is 28. Now, do these always hit their targets exactly? No. I hit the handle target. I hit the channel target. Which one has more? I guess which one carries greater weight? Patterns, independent of what they are, if it's channel or if it's a cup and handle, they all pretty much carry the same weight. But I'm going to say that the channel in this case has, I guess, more weight than the inverted cup and handle because we've been in the channel for so long. So I'm going to say we've hit the channel target. Our cup and handle, our handle part is hit. The cup part hasn't hit. Can we get all the way back down to say 28? Is that possible? It is possible. But I also think I had made a prediction back in March that on a weekly basis, and it's on my Twitter, on the weekly basis, we were not going to close another week below 40. That was based off of the price hitting, having a monthly close 2 times above the prior all-time high, which was at 39,383 or something like that. I had it up here earlier, right there. 39,783. That's what it was. Price had never wicked below that. In 2017, it didn't. 2013, it did. So narrative was that we could potentially get these double peaks within this cycle. Still on the table. Nothing here violates the stock to flow model. That's still valid. But what about this dip? So could this possibly match? So the last time we had this double peak type cycle was in 2013. Look. We really only have two cycles to kind of go off of and get data from: the 2013 one and the 2017 one. There was one in 2011, but we're going to use the two latest ones. There wasn't. I mean, Bitcoin was so small during 2011. We're going to go off of the 2013 and 2017. So here's our drops. This morning it was 40% drop. So what's our drop now? So this is going to be marked down. If this ends up being a dip within a bull cycle, it's going to be the second largest dip in Bitcoin's history. It is already the largest. Yeah, this can be the second largest because pertaining to 2013. Let me go to 2013 right here. So here's the dip that we had from the initial run up, and that's 2017, in 2013, all the way over here, right here. That was an 80%. Oh, come on. That was an 80% drop. Oh, this is on the daily. I wanted to look at it on the weekly. That's why it's so condensed. There we go. So that was an 80% drop, and then price went sideways for essentially what, April, 6 months, and then we had a big price rally, and then we got the bear cycle that lasted from essentially beginning of 2014, all the way through maybe mid 2016 when price really started to rally. I mean, it essentially ended here in November of 2015, once we had these moving averages starting to converge up. But it pretty much lasted about a year and a half. So if this ends up being, this one's 80%, if this one ends up being a dip within a bull cycle, it will be the second largest dip in the bull cycle ever. We've never had a dip this large. 2017, we didn't have a dip this large at all in any of that. I think the biggest one was right around 40. Yeah, 40% right here towards the end in September. There was one in November that was around 30%, but yeah, so this is a larger dip than anything that we saw in 2017. 2019, the one token scam that ran up, and they got, I don't know, a lot of Bitcoin, hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. That dip ended up being 72% from the peak to the drop in 2020. So you can almost call this like a mini cycle. So yeah, this will be the biggest dip. Is this the end? We're going to rely on our TA, right? So TA said, hey, channel, we could dip there. I think that was the dip. Okay, so if we're going to stay intact, can we go down, all the way down to 80%? I just don't see it. I don't see that happening. I mean, none of the fundamentals have changed. I don't. Is it impossible? No. Do I see it happening all the way back down to 12,000? I just don't. There was massive buying today. There's also some good metrics. I mean, the reversal candle here was tremendous. We had a $10,000 dip, and then we had a $10,000 rally, all in a day, right? So here we are. So we essentially opened here. We went all the way down to almost $13,000, right? And then we went from the bottom, and then right now we were a little bit higher. We went all the way up to 42, I think, today. Yeah, somewhere around here at midday. So it was basically as much as we lost, we gained at one point. Right now, of the total loss, if you would have bought on the opening, so we dipped 30%, and we are back up 30%. So it was like, it's like a neutral day. I mean, people were extremely bearish. A lot of people probably exited their positions, a lot of fear, but it was all in the charts. It was here. The channel had broken. It accelerated extremely quickly on the selling side. So let's look at some other stuff. Let's look at the funding rate. The funding rate, look at this. This is huge. This is actually very bullish. We had a 9. It's oversold. I would have liked to get. So what do I think is going to happen? I think we could mosey on between here, like 45 and 38, for the next couple of days, maybe the next week. That kind of goes against of what I think we're going to close above 40. But I mean, this was such a big sell-off. It's extended. We would need, I mean, we would need a huge price rally. Even if we did it tomorrow, price would have to go all the way back up to like 46. It's definitely possible. The market is net short, so they can only stay in these shorts for so long, and any good price movement, especially if it goes all the way back up to 45, will probably cause a little bit of a squeeze and get us back up to 47, close to 50 in no time. Look at this. I mean, the market went short here, not as net short as, oh, we have a 9 here. I'll mark this later. Because all these red marks are retests on the daily. I mean, we got there. I just wish we would have got there on the 9. I wish we would have got there yesterday. I wish this would have happened yesterday. The 1 hour, you can see how net short the market went. And then we rallied, and then now it's kind of, there's going to be chop. Whenever there's large volatility, there's going to be a lot of chop. I mean, if you want to be a knife catcher, you can be. You better have a good understanding of the analysis and and confidence in what you're doing in order to catch this. Did I buy some here? Yeah. I had targets all the way down there. Did I get in exactly at 30? No. Whenever it dipped, I believe it was right around 8:30. Right around this right here is when I got in. It was right around 33,000, somewhere like that. I bought more. So let's look at the RSI. All of those are probably oversold on multiple time frames. Here, oversold. Then we had price tick up here. Same thing, oversold. Daily went severely oversold. This is pretty low for within a bull cycle, because even in 2013, I don't think it went that low. Let's see. Where are we at? Here we go. Let me rescale this. Where are we at? Here we are. Even in this big, enormous dip, right here, this 80% dip on the daily, I mean, it was extremely overbought. But even on this large dip in a couple of days, it didn't even go that low. It didn't go that low until, 3 months later, price started trending down. You got a peak, secondary peak, and then slowly went, consolidated, and then, started to recover. So even there, on that 20% drop, it wasn't as oversold as we are now. Do we have I don't even think in 2017 we had this type of, let me just put a line here. I don't think we even went that low in 2017 at all. I think we were like 28, 29 on the RSI. 24, that's low enough. No, we went here. Oh, that was in March, so that's COVID. Here in 2019. Here again, this is capitulation in 2018. The market bottomed in December of 2018. Yeah, that's the capitulation. That's minor capitulation here towards the end of November. That went low. So yeah, and no, okay, so we had here. Oh, nope, 2017, it never got that low. 2016, it did. I think that's right after it had got. Yeah, so I mean, it's not uncommon, but within bear cycle, 2017, we didn't see it. We saw it here, minor capitulation. Here, whenever one token scam was getting sold off. Here again during COVID. So this is also historically a low area for the daily. Weekly, I think we're still probably in the mid 40s. Again, that's extremely low for a cycle, a bull cycle. Never gotten this low before. Let's see what it got in 2013. About right here. Yeah, this is all 2017. It didn't get this low until we went into the bear cycle. You can pull up the moving averages. They kind of look similar. Kind of bounced off the same thing. We got to be mindful of this. 2013, here we are. Here's a run up. Let's say here. Yeah, right here. I'm just trying to give a perspective of what happened today because it's significant. Uh, People will remember this if you stay in the space long enough. Here, nope, even on this, it never got that low. Oh, right here, 48. So we're kind of, I never got that low. So it's really never been that low until it collapsed down into a bear cycle. But again, I don't think we're going to see that. But I could be wrong. That's why we're going to rely on our moving averages. I do think we're going to see a price run up soon. I think we're going to close the week above 40,000. The market being net short, I like that because we usually counter trade that. There was some big entries today. There was like almost $1 billion moved off of Binance. Binance had the largest inflow of Bitcoin on their exchange yesterday, and then it had the largest outflow of Bitcoin to, hardware wallets today. It's crazy. Let's look at the CMF. CMF on the weekly doesn't look great. Daily, that's our bounce right here. 4 hour, still showing bullish divergence, which is good. We got the 9. I think we might get back right here, maybe 37. Like I said, I think we'll consolidate, get a retest. On the hourly, it's probably got to be, yep. So we're getting bullish divergence. We can see the on-balance volume if that matches. It's starting to just recover on the hourly. There's no, here, that doesn't look great. That's also going down more. It's kind of that support area. Also, what was noted today was that all the gains from 2021 are gone. They basically got erased all in one day, or 1 month, right? So here's January. We closed the 2020 at 28. So essentially, all the gains from 1, 2, 3, those first 3 months got erased in this month. This is a reversal candle, is a sell-off. Is that a retest of the monthly? I don't know, maybe we'll go a little bit lower. That is support. After we break this, the next support is all the way down to 6,000 or the previous all-time high. But it's really here. So we'll see. I think we bounce here. I think that was it. I do think that was a low. Can we get down to 28? Maybe. Do I think we go lower than that? No. Do I think we're going to get another drop here? I would say 25% chance, 75% that was the dip. We're not going lower, but we'll see. We'll see. Monitor the risk, and we'll exit. You can exit your position completely once these moving averages go out. But if you're trading this long term, and if you got in whenever this thing signaled to get in, which is essentially by like 10,000, right when we broke out of there, you're still in good shape. Did it get you to the top? No, but I don't think that this is the top. I still think we have another. Maybe we peak. Maybe not at the end of this year. Maybe we peak next year, 2022. That'll make the bear cycle even shorter because we have another halving in 2024. So let's look at, like I said, stock to flow is not violated. We'll look at moving averages for multiple bands. We broke through this area, which is signaling bearish, but even if we go to the oversold area, that's still 20,000, like I said. I think we consolidate here for a little while. We'll see what happens. You don't have to be forced to buy until maybe these moving averages go up, and they could condense, and maybe your entry's at 40, 45, and then we go to new all-time highs. We'll see. It's going to take time. Last time, this thing dumped in 2013. How long did I say it took? 6 months? So we could be here for another 6 months of consolidation, a little bit of price volatility, new levels being formed as far as support. There's no rush here if you're nervous. You don't have to, so here, how long did it take for price to recover? April. I'm going to say it pretty much recovered here. So about 4 months. Took about 4 months. So this could take another 4 months. Where does that put us? May, September, and then price recovers, and maybe we peak in February or March of next year. Again, we'll monitor it. Trading's dynamic, not static. I want to look at silver because I did say something about it possibly retesting the breakout, and it did. That was a reversal candle. We came here. The new day just started for silver. What, 3 minutes ago? Okay, so I guess it starts at 5. So yeah, here 9 retest the breakout, and then I think we go higher. What's the RSI showing me? Are we overbought? Ah, look, peaked, came down. That's good. Came down weekly. Where are we at? Yep, still trending up. So I think that's good. I would like for silver to close above this prior week and above the 9 in order for it to maintain its movement. Do I have on balance volume data for this? No, I don't. So yeah, just going off of this, I think close above, say 28. It's just 27.92, but I'm not going to count pennies. So say 28. Close above 28 on the weekly. We have another month of good movement up, and I think we hit this channel right here at 32. And I still think silver's going to double. There's nothing here that shows me there's weakness. We can look at the Bollinger Bands. We are on the upper band, but I mean, this just means we're going to have increased volatility. This can hold and follow through. So that's it. I'll look at one alt. Look at ETH. There we go. So Ethereum. I guess I had a weekly here. Oh, we're on a weekly 9. Again, it went way past its 50. Ethereum to Bitcoin is actually doing worse than dollars. It probably needs to get up back above 2750 to be, but it can consolidate. You're on a 9, consolidate, and then it picks up this these losses over the next, say, month, 2 months. I said 6. I mean, what did I say? 3 months? Yeah, September. 4 months. So maybe over the next 4 months, we consolidate between these areas, and then it goes higher. Same thing for Bitcoin. We can consolidate. We can consolidate here, I would say between 46 and 38 for the next 3 to 4 months, and then break in back to this channel and perform. And maybe we get this massive cup, and then we get a handle. Back to from like the high, it fails, goes to 50, and then we break out sometime at the end of December. So this whole these next couple of months could be, consolidation, dollar cost averaging prime time. But we're going to be mindful of our moving averages. Ichimoku is actually pretty good here whenever we're starting to get movement. This is, we can go here, right? Whenever we start to get movement downwards, these Ichimoku clouds start to do a good job at showing resistance areas. So here, weekly, we're above it. Here, we're below the cloud. We're having a cross. Price can go into this cross. This cross is happening, which is going to start to signal bearishness. If you go off the Ichimoku 4 hour, that's not great. And there's not enough data here, but there might be on this one. Not so much. This is showing all the way down to 34. Oh, this doesn't update until the day ends, so this is actually going to catch it here. This one was at 32. It's actually going to update here. So there's support on the monthly. Yeah. Okay. So that's it, and that's the outlook. What can I say? Be mindful of our moving averages, dollar cost average. We could be in for another 3 to 4 months of sideways action. We'll see if we form any new patterns. We'll watch these moving averages, see what happens. Let's look at our hash rate before I go. Hash ribbons still signaled a buy, but they're flattening. What is hash rate doing? Hash Hash rate is going actually down. No, what's the house price? Okay, hash rate's going down a little bit. I mean, there's capitulation. There's minor capitulation right here. I mean, it doesn't really go down a lot. I know Bitcoin dominance is also going up. Let's look at that. Why is that not on here? I thought they had Bitcoin dominance. Huh, I guess not. Huh, I guess they don't. Here it is, market down. Right there, I knew they had it. All right, so we can also use TD sequential on this. And wow, we had an 8 huge. So we'll have a retest here, 47. There's one here, 56. We can look on the weekly. That collapsed down. There's a 9. We could have consolidation and go back down. Here's, yeah, so there's Bitcoin dominance. So it's come down 44%, but it's gaining. It's coming back. Well, watch this. I mean, that's a reversal. That's a TD9 on Bitcoin dominance. Where can we go? Where's a retest? Right here at 52%. So 50%. We'll see what happens. Retest here. That got done. Here. Daily. If we look at the RSI, that's probably severely oversold. Yep. It's been oversold for a long time. So it was due for dominance to go up. I mean, if you're trading alts, this tells you to get out your alts and get back into Bitcoin if you don't want to go back into the dollars. There wasn't bullish divergence here, but oversold, TD9. Maybe we consolidate. We might go lower. It's kind of a... This looks like an historical support right around in the 30s. So there you go. A little bit of Bitcoin dominance. Showing. Do they have Bitcoin hash rate? No, maybe it's under BTC hash rate. Nope. And how about hash rate? Nope, that's the token. All right, anyway, so that's it. That's all I want to show. If there's any other assets you want me to look over, I can. I didn't see anything in equities that was exciting. Gold and silver I liked, and then I've been watching this. So that's about it, and I appreciate it, and thanks for watching.